Everybody, it is crazy to me that it is 2 o'clock in the day and it is this dark. It's a dark day in Ireland. If you're a foreigner and you want to move to Ireland, just know that we have a problem with cloud cover.
The clouds are there more than they should be, and to actually live here is a battle in itself. I'm not being dramatic.
We have to take vitamin D supplements. Anyway, I'm just going to give you a quick whistle-stop tour of the Irish legal system. I'm pretty sure you can Google this stuff or get a book on this, but I'm just going to give you some key points, okay? We are a democratic state with a constitution, and our constitution obviously came after British rule ended in 1937, and we were officially made a republic in 48 when we left the Commonwealth. So, I mean, I'm not going to go into the whole history of it, definitely wouldn't fit the scope of this video, but we have 2 languages in this country, and the Irish language is actually given supremacy in the Irish Constitution. The head of our state is the President. It's currently Michael D. Higgins. And then we have obviously separation of power, being legislative, executive and judicial. Legislative is Article 15 of the Constitution, the executive is Article 28, and our judicial powers come from Articles 34 to 38. Our parliament in Ireland is called the Oireachtas, and the word Oireachtas actually means to legislate or to make law, and they have the sole and exclusive lawmaking power. We actually have 2 houses of the Oireachtas. We have the Dail, which is the publicly elected representatives called TDs or Teachta Dála, and then we have the Seanad and those people. That's the upper house, and the Dail is considered the lower house. So our executive is our government, and that's normally the ministers. There's no set number, but it's normally between, I think, 7 to 15, and that number will include the Taoiseach, who would be considered our Prime Minister, and we'd also have a Deputy Prime Minister called the Taoiseach. We have a court system that starts at district court level, then it goes to circuit court level, then we have High Court and Court of Appeal, and then the Supreme Court is the final Court of Appeal. Article 26 is when the President has some concern over the constitutionality of the bill. Now, President D. Higgins is not a lawyer. Previously we had both Mary Robinson, who was actually a constitutional law lecturer, and Mary McAleese had a legal background. So you will see a lot of Article 26 references from them, which is quite interesting, from their time being president. My video about constitutional law, you'll see I break down a lot of this much better. This is just a whistle-stop tour, but I would recommend that you watch that video as well. We have certain emergency powers, Article 28, but just remember that we are actually a neutral country, so we don't take any sides. We do have some human rights provisions in our constitution, just like every other democratic state which follows the rule of law, and these are seen at Articles 40 to 44, and I'll just list them. So Article 40 is the right to equality before the law, the right to life, liberty, good name, freedom of association, assembly and association. Freedom of expression, assembly and association. Family rights are at Article 41. The right to education is Article 42. Children's rights were brought in by the Children's Referendum, which is Article 42A. The right to private property is Article 43, and the right to practice religion is Article 44. We also have certain unenumerated rights which flow from an existing enumerated right, and also the Christian and democratic nature of the state, which is in the preamble of our constitution. So you have to understand that because of the religious aspect of the constitution, it was written at a time where the church had a lot of power in the interpretation of the constitution. That rhetoric is still there. Fundamental rights, though, are not absolute, and we're seeing this during COVID-19. Sometimes for public order and for public health, there are exceptions made. Our constitution is amended by the people, for the people, by popular vote, which is called a referendum. You'll see this in Article 46 and 47. So as I said, we have a common law system. Constitution is our highest ranking source of law. We also have legislation, and these are normally called acts, and then we will have some prescribed secondary legislation, which is called a statutory instrument or an SI. We also have case law, which also is persuasive on the judges, and we also pay particular attention to EU law, especially given under Article 29.4.6 of our Constitution. We also look to international law. If you look at Articles 29.1 to 29.3, we give special recognition to the European Convention on Human Rights, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and the International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. So we have a dualist legal system. That's just a really quick overview of the Irish legal system and how laws are made in Ireland. I have another video on what is asked in the QLTT, as in broadly what the exams are. I also have a video on constitutional law. If you're studying for the QLTT, please go to my website. 6 papers linked there, and also notes for the oral examination. So you have everything you need there, and that is all you need to pass the exam. I've had people who've passed the exam from lots of different countries. So if you have any questions about the QLTT exam, please email me at info@lawhero.eu or follow me on Instagram at lawheroirl, and I'll see you in the next one.